Good afternoon, everyone. EagleX from ATX EagleX Gaming here today, and I have our first BT9 deck profile. It's going to be green. It's going to be Grandis Wagumon OTK with a special red deck. So first of all, if you guys haven't seen, I've hit over 500 subscribers. I want to thank you guys so much for your support. And if you haven't already, you think I deserve your subscription, I would appreciate it if you can hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with the latest content. And also, in addition to that, if you guys like playing Digimon in a community where we have a competitive scene, we do have webcam locals every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. We do win-a-box tournaments, and prize structure I have laid out below. And if you haven't joined the Discord yet, you can join in the description down below also. So with all the self-promotion out of the way, let's get started with our deck profile for Green OTK, a Delicate and Grand OTK. So Green OTK is back, everyone. If you haven't played the deck before, it came out in BT4, and with the new support it got in BT9, it is even better. And this time it is a true OTK that can cleave through a full security stack with little problems. And BT9 is a very aggressive format, and lots of decks try to see who's the most efficient, and Grandis is really efficient for multiple reasons, not just because it has the strong Digiburst engine from the Grand Quagmon promo, but because the X-antibody searchers are super strong, alongside the cheap evolution for the deck. And in addition to that, we do have the red package with Delicate Plan to prepare for any security bombs, in addition to just being big and swinging for all the checks. So in your ideal stack, perfect world, it doesn't always happen, but if you can, this is what you aim for. The Kokuomon from BT1 that gives security tech +1 for a level 6 or higher is super strong in this deck, because you have the X-antibody that can go over it for free, and if you choose to, you can actually just hardcast it and it searches top 3 for basically any piece of your deck. But then you have your Turbo level 4 slots, your new Okuomon promo level 5 with its X-antibody and Grand Quagga. So if you Digiburst away your Egg, your Vanilla Rookie, your level 4, and your Vanilla level 5, you can get 2 checks in addition to the 1 check from Kokuomon, and the initial check you have is 4 security checks per swing. And ideally, you leave the piercing on there, so when you Digivolve suspending a Digi, you can attack into that Digi with your Grandis piercing going for 4 checks. Because you have to remember, Grandis has plus 4k on your turn, so with the 12k plus 4k is 16k, with a Yokomon Egg makes it 18,000 DP. So 18k will swing over almost everything in format. And if you have a red tie out, you get an extra 1k buff on any Digimon, so you are going to be probably one of the biggest swinging stacks in the game. Kokuomon X-antibody is your best searcher. It searches everything that isn't a hybrid, tamer, or option, so keep that in mind when you slam one down. And then Grandis is also level 6, so you do have to be mindful that he is vulnerable to some options. If you're swinging against like a BL Star, a Fly Bullet will hit it. So try to swing with ADP for protection. So you guys get the idea for what the stack is. Your Scary Attack Plus carries over to Grandis. Now let's look at the whole deck profile as a whole. And there's some discussion points I want to have for some ways to swap out the deck. So first of all, this is an OTK deck focusing around winning the game as fast as possible with a single stack. It's a very linear playstyle, but there is some counters, Chikurimon being the biggest one, as you cannot play around it. So first things, when you look at the entire stack, it is built on Turbo to Grandis as efficiently as possible. With the addition of Green Memory Boost and the Kokuomon X-antibody, you can search almost everything in the deck. Now some things you can consider. There is the Searcher Alice McCoy package, which lets you play a Searcher for 1, draw, then you can Digizorp the Searcher, and then you can use Alice McCoy to pop the Searcher to go into Grandis for I think it was 2 less. So it gives you a way to turbo from 5 to 6 super quickly for essentially like 2 memory. You have the Kuwagumon X-antibody, which isn't nearly as popular because you'd rather turbo in that slot. Then you do have Jamming Palmon. buttons you can use. I didn't put it below, but Jamming Palmon and like the new Floodgate where you can't special summon. The reason I didn't include those in the deck is because jamming is not really needed on the 18,000 DP body, which could be 19 or even 20,000 DP with 2 red ties. You swing over almost everything in the format. But it is something you could swap the Terriermon for, along with the Floodgate that doesn't let your opponent special summon. But with everyone playing memory boosts and searching for cards to be as efficient and quick as possible, build up a stack and using the memory boost to gain back some of that memory, Terriermon, I found, was probably the best rookie to include in that slot for its mainline text. And one additional point I do want to talk about is the hybrid of choice being Metal Kabu Terriermon. I found myself using a level 4 in Racing as an Evo target to keep cycling and looking for more cards more often than not, and it still evolves for 2 over Mimi. And then on a similar note, you actually don't really need hidden potential because you're doing all the evolving and raising, and it's really cheap once you do promote to evolve into anything else. Well, guys, if you enjoy this content, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. With that being said, take care, y'all, and enjoy the deck profile.